Hello and welcome back to HOI4. This is Black Prince Gaming, and today we're going to be playing a new game here in the 1936 start date. Now I was debating who to play as. Obviously there's all the new nations as well since the new DLC dropped, so I was thinking about Iraq or someone like that, but if you've got any suggestions of who you think I should play, please let me know down in the comments. Today though we're going to be kicking off trying to do one of the sort of meme paths, which is going to be as Belgium. So if you know how this works, we're going to turn historical AI off as well, and yeah, we will get into the video. But yeah, if anyone has any suggestions for achievements, certain nations, playstyles, let me know down below, and yeah, I'll check them out. So, if you don't know the path, we're going to be heading down here and having the government resign and royal intervention, so let's begin that ball rolling. But yeah, the reason I've gone non-historical as well is just because we're doing a chaotic path, so you know, sometimes you want the chaos to work with you, so if the chaos works with us, this is going to be glorious, it's going to be so overpowered, we are going to be absolutely incredible. If it goes against us, yeah, we're screwed, essentially, but we will see what we can do. So yeah, we're going to go down this, we're just going to sort of start training up an army, having them to be decently sized, so I've switched them all over to the infantry template in hopes that that's a little bit better. Oh, what are they cooking with this? Okay, it's an interesting template, it's kind of almost where I'd want it to be, so I'm quite happy with that 21 combat width. I'd probably just make it a 25, just no, a 20, just so it's a digit of 5, multiple of 5. Okay, so the important thing is basically seeing what's going to happen to our neighbours. Now that is a very interesting political tree for Germany. And yeah, we kind of want democracies and non-aligned members across Europe. Okay, and here we go, the government has resigned, so we're going to form the government and national unity, and there we go, that's sending us down the path we want, which is this royal intervention path. Maybe I will just tell you straight up, so I imagine it might be in the video title anyway. But yeah, we're then going to go for Emil Janssen, Plan de Man, all the way down here to the Council of Europe, and we're going to try and make the EU with ourselves as the EU president. Which actually means this civil war with Germany could be very good for us. If they go democratic and don't create a faction, then they might be a very good candidate for one of our strong members of our faction. So this is kind of what we want. We want democracies, I believe. I believe that's where it's all at. It helps to have like democratic nations, non-aligned nations, basically nations that would fit into an allied sort of scenario. So we kind of want the allies to break up as well. That could also work out quite nicely for us. Okay, and here we go, now we've got to go down here, perpetual neutrality, and work our way on that side too. So there's two sides of the sort of focus tree you've got to go down to get there, but we'll just start working our way down there as quick as we can. And there we go, the German junta has absolutely smashed through the lines. Look at them just racing through it. I imagine there was a lot that got stuck down here in like Munich area. We've also had Otto von Habsburg back, so obviously he might start to try and grow this area out here. We've got Hungary very supportive of both Poland and Germany. I think they sent volunteers, so you know, there's a lot actually happening, or even though it's literally a few months into the game. France is the main one we need to keep an eye on because they border us. I mean Germany as well, but now they're on a more democratic online path. You'd hope they'd be a little bit better. Obviously the Netherlands as well could end up going to war with us, so we do have quite a few enemies out there. So we're going to try our best to temper all of these different enemies that we have, but you know, there's only so much we can do. We just got to make sure this army is ready just in case we do end up with any chaos or wars straight off the bat, but I don't think we're at threat just yet. I think it's maybe a year, 2 year time when we would look to be threatened potentially by some of these people on our border. Royals are in, so we need Emil Janssen, isn't it? Just make sure we get this right. Yes, we need Emil Janssen. There we go, Emil Janssen is in. So now we go down the Plan de Mans, which is gonna Plan de Man. For some reason I just thought that was French because the de in front of it, but you know, maybe it's not, maybe it's just planned demand. But yeah, we're going to go for that first because that's just going to lower our consumer goods, which, you know, that's more helpful than getting back some sort of guarantee type situation from the United Kingdom and France. And then obviously we can start going down economic recovery and beelining for this Benelux Union. Okay, so now we're going to go for economic recovery. As you can see, we have a load of things here. We've got Scars of the Great War, which we'll need to get rid of if we are going to go into a battle. Corruption's hit us, economic downturn. So yeah, anything we can do to get more factory output and stuff like that is just going to help us, especially as we build up infrastructure, because we're going to sort of be playing tall here, because obviously we're not going to gain too much land. And there we go, we do now have the Socialist Republic of Germany. So maybe that will keep France from going socialist, actually, because the AI does like to try and balance it a little bit. However, it's, you know, it's never a guarantee they're going to balance it here. For example, everyone in Asia might go democratic, and then everyone here might be communist. It's just the way the game seems to play. They do have some balancing checks, but it's never too sure. Spain could be interesting, actually, especially as it looks like the Republicans are winning this war. So if they stay democratic as well, that could be another potential ally for us. You know, and getting them as an ally would be good too, just because you don't have to do war for it, really. And here we go, we can now modify the corruption, so we can try and bring that down. Yeah, so we're gonna try and get them to accept the Benelux Union, which I think will automatically put them in the faction when we form it. So hopefully they'll join. Okay, so there we go. The Benelux Union has just come through. The Netherlands rejected, Luxembourg has joined. Okay, so, you know, I really could have used Netherlands joining, especially as they're the democratic one. I thought, if anything, Luxembourg was going to be the one that would reject us, which wouldn't matter too much, but you can see their political compass is already going a little way different. Anyway, we're now going to go straight down the Council of Europe, which will now change us into the European Council, so I'm not even sure if we keep any of the debuffs, if we keep some of our focus tree. I'm not sure how this looks because I've never actually done this. Just having a look across the world, so it looks like, well, the Spanish Commune could have a lot though, because there is quite high communist support. No, it looks like regular Spain might win this. We might get a democratic Spain in this universe, but Germany has gone. There's some wars up here, Finland fighting with itself, Socialist Republic. Yeah, we've got some interesting stuff coming out here. Kind of keeping an eye down on this region as well, because this is obviously where all the new content in the DLC was. So, you know, it'll be interesting to see the way like Iraq, Iran and Afghanistan go. Afghanistan looking communist there, and military access to the communists. And also the British Raj actually did spit out the East India Company, so they get their big focus tree, which I've watched, was it ISP played a video on them? Isoris Productions, yeah, and just a mad focus tree, just with this weird tax system. I don't know how the AI will handle that, but it'll be interesting to sort of watch and see what happens out of there. We're a few days away now from the Council of Europe pop-in. Let's see. Okay, here we go. So we are the European President. Does Luxembourg stay in our faction, I take it? Yes. Okay, so they are part of the European Union as well. Okay, so we're now the European President. What does that mean? Okay, so now we can just invite people. So we could federalise with Luxembourg, which would make them an EU member state, and then we can invite other nations as well for a small bit of political power. Well, actually not a small bit of political power when you look at it. Are the Netherlands there? No, so I don't know if you get the opportunity to invite them twice, but let's go ahead and invite France. And let's hope that something good might come out of that, because France would be incredible to get on side. Especially if we can get them before they turn communist, because that communist percentage is rising by the looks of things. France joins, and the Lebanese Republic and Syria, of course, all of their overseas territories are in as well, so that is great. And yeah, so who do we look for next? The Swiss could always be a good one, although will their neutrality stop them? Or can we not even invite them, actually, looking at it? I wonder if we could be cheeky and invite Spain now. Because they're in a war, they might be more likely to join us. So let's go ahead and improve relations there. And we'll stop improving relations with France to save us political power. There we go, Spain is in as well. Now that is incredible news. Like, that's already a pretty solid faction. France, Spain, and us here. Like, that's such a good faction to start the game with. Very, very happy with that. Now it's just a matter of, can we get enough factories out to stop them taking over faction leadership? But you know, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. I don't know what happens if they take over faction leadership, because obviously we are like the key part of the faction. Now we can just invite people who are really far away from us, which, like, sure, I kind of half see it, but I also don't know. Maybe we should invite, maybe we should actually invite, oh, Soviet Union Civil War. That could go well for us as well. Imagine if we could get the Soviets or someone like that in our faction. So let's stop improving relations with Spain. Let's try and get the political power to then begin improving relations with Austria. Now they are non-aligned, so there is a chance they could join us. And that's what we're going to have to go for, hoping that that chance will work for us. Okay, let's try and get some civilian factories going, because, yeah, we need them. We got Austria as well. Like, luck just seems to be on the side here. So they're now doing bring Hungary back into the fold as well. So it actually looks like we're going to have a very strong, maybe Austro-Hungarian Empire as well, who will be on our side. So yeah, this is just going really well for us. Okay, let's try and remove some more consumer good factories from that debuff. That's great. And then yeah, we're going to be working on our industry as soon as we can. So yeah, just trying to build ourselves up. But yeah, we've got Spain, we've got France, we've got Austria, well, hopefully going to be Austria-Hungary. I mean, there's always the chance they could lose if they do go into a war, but you know, yeah, a faction that is growing quite strong. Very, very strong. There surely is no way they accept this. Got a couple of days left. France refuses limited federalization. Okay, we don't get a war goal on them, so we'll just say that is very concerning. I mean, I kind of knew it was a bit of a shot in the dark, to be fair, to go for that. I mean, we literally they have almost no reason to join us. It was just trying to see if that works. Okay, remove this. Could do. Yeah, let's remove that, because then that'll get us some more recruitment population. We can start building up our military a little bit. And then yeah, we're going to look to who we can next propose sort of the alliance to. I guess we could look for like Sweden or Norway, maybe go into Scandinavia for support. Or maybe we go with Denmark as well, sort of help him wrap around Germany completely. Because I have a feeling they're going to start to try and make everyone communist, which isn't going to be great for us. Okay, and we have our first EU state. It's not glamorous, but it is Luxembourg, so they are now a sort of puppet of us, I believe it is. Yeah, there's sort of like a level of puppet, like being a puppet to us, so you know, hopefully we get a bit of their industry coming into ours, which would be great. And yeah, we're just continuing down focus tree here to try and expand sort of our industry and try our best to help ourselves out. So what do we want to do? Railway expansions, sure. Let's go for that. But yeah, just trying our best to increase who's in our faction. Poland has joined us as well. Yes, this is going so well. I'm going to invite Ireland. Now that may seem a weird choice, but I think it's just for the fact that if Britain do end up going down one of their paths, they might go to war with Ireland, which obviously would then allow our faction a very easy in to taking out Britain and hopefully getting them on our side. Really wish we could get the Netherlands, but yeah, the aloof neutrality is really not going to help us there. But yeah, our faction is looking very, very nice, and I'm quite happy with it. Been very sporadically jumping around now who's in my alliance, so as you can see, we've got quite a good number of European European nations now in our faction. So we do also now have a war goal on us from Germany, or Germany is justifying against us. I don't know if that's against us, if that's against France, Austria, Czechoslovakia, Poland. There's about 1 million different people that Germany could decide to go after at this point in time. So we're actually going to cancel all of these guys from producing. So we've got some manpower hopefully in stockpile ready in case this does erupt into a big war. Now they may be supported by the Soviets as well, although it is the SSR that's on their side, so actually we don't hold a border with them. So this might be an ideal time. I've put some troops on the Maginot because I really cannot afford for France to lose the Maginot line. But yeah, the plan is we're just going to try and smash our way through. And yeah, hope we can somehow pull off a victory here if the Germans do decide to go to war with us. But yeah, Spain is still battling the civil war. Like, come on, they really need this over with at this point. Because Austria has a war goal against them. Okay. Okay, there's the war. Join war. Let's get ourselves in. And we're not going to call everyone. But what I am going to do is I'm going to group my units up in my land, and then I'm going to try my best to push through from the Benelux. Okay, it looks like people are being called in anyway. But, I mean, this should be a good, easy, simple war against Germany. I mean, I don't think they really thought this through with the size of our faction. Yeah, Austria's already pushed out a couple of tiles, so yeah, Poland now in. I mean, they've literally just got 1 million fronts they're going to have to cover to go into war with us, so yeah, I'm pretty confident in my faction on this one. Are they supported at all by anyone? No, they're not. They're not in a faction. So yeah, let's go up, let's get into some of this industrial land, and yeah, we're going to try and conquer this for ourselves, basically. Snake your way up. Yeah, let's just get this front line rolling. Make sure we do not lose this. And let's try and cut the Germans off here against the Maginot. Come on, let's keep it nice and simple now. Okay, maybe we won't be able to do that just yet. But we are into German land here, so you know, that is pretty good in my books. Let's get this air force up and over. It's not much, but you know, they'll have to do. Hopefully they'll just provide a little bit more bonuses to us. Because yeah, I imagine the French air force is probably going to be carrying us here. Well, anyone who basically had a starting air force should be carrying us here, because yeah, we just did not build an air force. There we go. We're in, we're around some of the Germans too. Let's make sure we are taking all opportunities to crush them out. You continue for Hamburg, let's go get some victory points and stuff. This would have also been a nice time to have the Danish in, I guess, although I don't know how they would work if they would just straight capitulate. Yes, I'll take anything you can give me. Yeah, there we go. Nice and simple war here. And we do have 30% of the war participation, so that is quite nice as well. It means we should be able to get a lot out of this. Let's get these guys going north, come on. We don't want your expeditionary force, Spain. That's lovely of you to send that, but we do not need it. Okay. Take Hamburg, take this land up here, just take everything. And it looks like everyone's just decided that Germany must go here, so sure, that's very lovely of the Scandinavians to join in here as well. And then let's just get all this going across the Stettin. We will be working on convoys with any factories we get until we figure out what we're going to actually do in terms of a navy. Maybe actually go from Rostock and go straight down, see if you can't snake to Berlin. Let's try and get that for our sort of own war support and war participation. And let's go aggressive here so we can try and get as much of the war participation now as we can. Like, we're only a small army, but the hopes is our small army will do some absolutely huge conquest. Although that may not be like the end of it, because obviously we might still have the option to bring France into our fold. Come on, is that Germany gone? No, not yet. Okay, we're getting the super heavy howitzer factories, I guess, though. Where's the new capital? Stuttgart. Okay. Yeah. Just work your way in now, men. Just as much as you can. Just hit them everywhere. Infantry expert, that's great for our general here. Yeah, we did pick someone who already had infantry traits, so he was always going to be quite good then at pushing in for the next sort of level of traits. Come on, let's get some guys pushing for Leipzig. That's another big city. Actually, maybe it's not as big a city as I think. I just feel it is. Probably because it's where Tommy K is from. Get, like, help win these encirclements, and that should be the death of the Germans there. I really wish we could have federalised France before this, because they're getting so much of the war score and war participation. Which, I mean, fair enough, I guess they did do quite a big part of it, but it would just be nice to be able to take over all of this land. There we go, we do have the European occupation zone. Okay, the Socialist Republic of Germany was left alive, I guess, which, lovely. Why would you leave them alive down here? Didn't even show us that, so clearly Poland and France were still fighting over that. Well, we do have now a new puppet, which should hopefully give us a good bit more industry to help us continue to build up here. Yeah, that's what we'll do. We will work on building up and trying to help integrate this as well. We'll invite the Socialist Republic of Germany, I guess, because what else are they going to do? They are now democratic, so there is quite the chance that they will join us. I guess let's quickly go for the improved relations as well down here. But yeah, if we get them, then that is pretty much all of Europe. Germany, 5 days, 4 days, come on. Give in, give over to us, become part of our nation. They're just for the weakest person here, so I thought they're our best first shot. I just don't know if the Germany tag will stop them. Brilliant, they're an EU member state, love that. And then yeah, we'll try the same with like Ireland and some of the other weaker neighbours, hopefully growing our oh, the Nordic Defence Council has formed as well. Look at that, that's quite scary to our north. They might be another big threat to us. But yeah, we'll try with the smaller sort of neighbours, and eventually we'll try and expand it out to some of the bigger neighbours and get them into our faction. Okay, here we go, another war has broken out. So it looks like Austria or Hungary, I'm not sure exactly which one, went in for their went in to try and take Yugoslavia, which obviously brought in Romania as well, so we are going to go ahead, get ourselves in there. Yep, let's jump on into that war, and now that we're in the war, we will call everyone bar our puppets, I believe. Actually, I think everyone is in there but our puppets, so yeah, we just won't call them in. Let's get the boys over, and let's hope that we can do some work. Spain also left our faction, which is really annoying, because I guess they went communist. But, you know, the faction still looks strong, and hopefully if we can take out Yugoslavia and Romania as well, that should just serve us well in just expanding us that little bit further. Oh, perfect, yeah. Okay, get in, get there, let's get you guys preparing. Oh, and they've joined the Balkan Entente. So actually this war has expanded a little bit further with Turkey now joining. So maybe we should try and get someone like... Oh, I don't think we can get Bulgarian anymore, but that would be quite fun, just someone right behind enemy lines. But yeah, either way, let's absolutely go for it. I mean, let's see if we can't encircle these couple units as well. But yeah, we're going to try and just sweep up some of this coastline here of... sweep up the coastline of Yugoslavia, which should just hopefully alleviate a lot of the pressure. But yeah, with everyone in, I mean, look, Poland broke into Romania, so they've got quite a good breach in there as well, past some of that mountain line that makes it so difficult to take Romania. Okay. I guess that did cost 50 political power though, so maybe that wasn't as good as it sounded. But, you know, either way, Czechoslovakia's allowed limited federalisation as well, so that's another nation in there. That's so good that we're now expanding our power base, and hopefully that does bring across some of their industry. Although actually, let's go check, what does that actually do? EU member state, technology sharing, then lease, tension limit, subject manpower requirement, extra trade, overlord trade. And we can build in their territory, which will help us lower their autonomy and then hopefully integrate them. But yeah, so it does just mean they give us some extra trade, which isn't, or they're more likely to trade from us. So I guess that does help our industry. It's not as good as, like, you know, normal puppets, but it won't be awful. As well as giving us some manpower was that as well, so that might be quite nice. Let's go ahead and let's bring the army along here, see if we can't strike south. How much do they have left, Yugoslavia? Okay, not much. So maybe that would be it if we actually took this land here. Maybe this would be enough. Okay, get in, prepare yourselves, men, and then push. Or don't push. I will manually make you push. That's fine. And yeah, we'll just try and crush out whatever we can here. Perfect. We even overran some stuff. Let's try and take Nis. Is that going to be enough? Maybe. Maybe if not, we push up towards Sarajevo, or unless we just go completely now into Romania and see if we can't help capitulate them. How close are they? They're over halfway. So Turkey's going to be the real sort of difficult power to beat here. Okay, very, very nice. Yugoslavia has got to be close. Okay, 98%, so yeah, I'm going to pull our guys back. Actually no, don't pull back just yet. Because actually if we can use the troops that we've got here to take this, that could be it. Because that hopefully is worth at least 2 points. Will always help out in this sort of situation. Italy joined Turkey. Okay, this is our war then. This is it. This is where the sort of big war comes in. Oh god. I was not ready for a big war. I guess we need to just do everything we can now to try and finish off Romania. Because if we can take out Romania and make sure that they're completely out of the war, then obviously we should be safe to sort of strike against Italy and hope that sort of the Greek front line can hold. Syria capitulated, obviously it did, yeah. Turkey is right on their border. I imagine Jordan won't take too long either. No, it's not Jordan, it's Lebanon? Yeah, Lebanon. Yeah, Jordan's the one below it. Yeah, come on. Let's get you guys pushing in, and then we need to go and hopefully help the French. Allied manufacturing program, 2 off-map civs, love that from you, Hungary. Okay, and I'm just backtracking through the war logs. So here's the big moment that really screwed us. 13th of January 1941, declared war on the Swiss Confederation. And then the next day, they went ahead and joined the Allies. Now, I'm not technically a war with them yet, and neither are my puppets. Which I'm probably going to keep that way, just for now, while we build up our forces, because as you can see, our guys are very depleted and weak. So, what we need is to get them some equipment in, and we also just need to try and... actually, is it equipment we're sort of okay on, I think? Yeah, equipment we're doing alright on, so we just need to try and up our conscription laws, and hopefully get some more manpower in the fields, because I think that's really where we're struggling. Yeah, we have a quarter of the manpower we need because of all these different wars that our allies keep throwing us into. So yeah, I mean, our faction is doing well, it's growing, but it also seems to just want to declare war on absolutely everybody.